ready for the next battle.
Team Lions. Team Hawks. Sponsored by WSW Network.
YouTube. What's up, man? What's going on, chat? I'm going to get to some of you guys' chats real quick before we get into it. You know what I'm saying? We got Terrence in the building. What up, Terrence? Paula, what's going on, Paula? You know what I mean? We got Retro in the building. She always showing up, showing love. Maria in the building. What's going on, everybody? Make sure when you come in, you hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Import, what up? You know what I'm saying? Everybody hit that like button for me real quick, man. We ain't starting until we get like 15 likes on the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? 15 likes on the like button. Lindsay say Mark Jackson. We're gonna let the debaters decide all that, man. You know, I'm just the mediator, the moderator. You feel me? I'm just the moderator. I can't take no sides over here, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that like button. I need 15 likes before we get it started, man. We got 32 people in the building. That means 15 likes shouldn't even be a problem. Shouldn't even be a problem. 15 likes shouldn't even be a problem. Let's get to it. So, as you guys know, the topic of debate is today, is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? We got some people saying it's the best option, a male, some people saying no. And you guys know it's supposed to be Pete against Diva. But unfortunately, Pete has some family emergencies or something like that. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Prayers up for Pete and his family or whatever. But somebody else stepped in to take on Diva. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to bring them up right now, and we're going to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get into it, I want to let you guys know this. The voting is going to be done at WSW.network. Now, if you don't want to go back and forth between the two, you can stay over on WSW.network and watch the stream from there. Or you can come back to YouTube. It's your choice. You don't have to go back and forth. You can watch it over there, vote over there. It's all good. Or if you don't want to vote, hey, all right, man. But I appreciate it if all you guys voted. You know what I'm saying? Diva gonna bring it. Okay, cool, man. Hey, we gonna see. But I'm gonna bring them up right now, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it right now. How you doing, Diva?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
All right now. And we got my man Alejandro stepped up to take on Diva. Alejandro stepped up to take on Diva. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Alejandro.
Yeah, my name's Alejandro. I've been a basketball fanatic since I can remember, and I've watched a lot of basketball, and I just feel like certain coaches fit.
Hold on. We're not gonna get into it. I just want you to introduce yourself, give the people to let the people know who you is and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I started with you because everybody already kind of know Diva. You know what I mean? She's like a fan favorite up here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I'm gonna let you guys decide who goes first. You guys are aware what the topic is, right? Is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? You guys are aware of the question, right?
Yes.
You don't have no questions about the question, do you?
No question.
Okay, cool. Which one of you people want to go first?
He's going first.
He's gonna go first.
All right. Put me under the gun then, Diva. I'm ready.
I know you can handle this, Alejandro. I know.
All right, so here it is right here. You got 10 minutes on the clock, brother. It's on you. Is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? Go ahead. It's on you, brother.
All righty. Well, this is the way I'm looking at it. The way I'm looking at these female coaches, it's all about standing up to the other females that are playing the basketball game. And I don't feel that the two coaches that the Indiana Fever have been able to stand up to them. I think that they're just too weak. So I'm looking at it like, what would be the best option for Caitlin Clark? Her style of play, the way that the coach would make the other players understand that she's actually the leader of the team, making them understand that she needs to have the ball in her hands no matter what. So I feel like a male coach would be the best option, the best structure to let the team understand that it's her team, that she's the face of the franchise, she's the face of the league, and she knows how to read the other team, the defensive schemes that they try to run, the offense that they try to run. And I understand that people are trying to say that she's weak on defense, but quite a few times I've watched her play, she's made some mistakes, but she's actually pretty decent. She gets rebounds, she gets steals, she gets blocks. She's where she needs to be at the most critical time in games, whether it's in the first quarter or the fourth quarter. She's there. And the other players know that. So when it comes down to who needs to be in charge of the way the team plays, I understand the coach would set the system, but they got to understand that the system is actually Caitlin Clark. And she told everybody from the get-go when she came in to the league that she loved to run sprints everywhere, even in her own damn apartment. So I'm looking at it like this. From last year with Christy Sides, they figured it out in the second half after the All-Star game that her running and the other players reading and reacting to her abilities, they went on a run and ended up doing something they hadn't done in like 10 years? The playoffs. You can see it this year with the new coach, where she came in with her mindset that, oh, I understand Caitlin Clark. I've been watching her forever, and I know what to do. And I'm looking like this. Obviously, she had her own mindset about what she could do, not what Caitlin Clark could do. So with her not being able to tell the other players, hey, we're going to go with the way Caitlin Clark plays, it ruined this season so far. So now with Caitlin Clark being hurt, we're at a loss because the team has no identity. They don't know whether to play through Aaliyah Boston or through Natasha Howard or all the way through Kelsey Mitchell. They have no structure on the offense. They're lost. The defense is good. I understand that. Stephanie White said she was a good defensive coach. Okay. But what about the offensive side? Did you forget that you also need to score points? So I feel like a male coach that understands both sides, such as Coach K out of Duke, D'Antonio, you know, they understand that the leader of the team sets the pace, sets the way they want to play. So with Caitlin Clark being out, we need somebody to step up. So if we're saying that Kelsey Mitchell is the face of the team, where's her playmaking abilities? Stephanie White doesn't know how to do that. So I'm at a loss when it comes to saying that a female would be a best option as the coach. So I would like an option of, hey, whether she's here next year or not is besides the point. I want to see a different coach, somebody who can let the players know that CeCe's running the team and let's go. Let's figure this out. The defense is going to be good. It's going to be hard. It's going to be breakneck speed. We're going to get in passing lanes and run with each other. And if I remember correctly, I wasn't a big Indiana Pacer team fan, but when I started watching them last year, I noticed that they played the team game. I understand that Siakam was a great player. I understood that Tyrese Halliburton was a great player. I understood that they had other great players, but they played together. And everybody knew that Tyrese was the glue. So when they started playing to his strength, the team started just dominating. So when I come back to Caitlin Clark, and I hope she gets healthy, I want a coach that understands that we need to play to her strength. which is the run and gun, read and react offense. It's not the slow motion, move around, hide her in a corner offense. So a couple names came up. There was the Gonzaga coach. I want to say his name is Mark Few, but I'm not for sure. I can't remember exactly, but I want to say it's Mark Few. So it's one of those type of coaches that would give her the best position to succeed with the other players around her. And the structure would matter because the other players would know how to play with her no matter what. And even Cece said it best. It feels like some of the players on the team don't know where to be at times when she's on the right-hand side or on the left. They don't know how to rotate to where the offense is spread out. It's like they stay together too much. So there's no passing lanes for her unless she makes it herself. Driving to the rim or something like that. So it's hard. And yeah, she makes that wide open backside cut pass. But how many times does she do it in a game? 2, 3 times? That should happen all the time if the players understood how to play together. I don't think they do. So I want a different option when it comes to the coach.
Okay. Are you ending it there?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it there.
Okay, cool, man. Hey, chat. You guys heard what he said? You know what I'm saying? Taking what he said into consideration. Give me a little second to reset the clock. You know what I mean? Then it's gonna be on Diva. This is round one. You know what I'm saying? Again, is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like Alejandro is saying he just don't want Stephanie White. Matter of fact, is that what you're saying, Alejandro? Just put it in one sentence, what you're saying real quick. Just sum it up real quick. So the chat knows.
Push come to shove, yes, I want Stephanie White gone.
Okay, cool. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So let me reset this real quick. And then we're going to go on Diva. Hey, that was a good open statement, man. You know what I'm saying? You said a lot there. You said a lot, man. Diva, it's on you. Oh, hold on. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. It's on you.
We did now? All right, so the question is, thank you. Alejandro, very well stated. And I agree with many of your points. But the question here is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? And so I need to get into some things because it seems as though you guys are not remembering or recognizing the corruption within the FIBA organization itself. So I'm going to start right there because even when we look at people like Kelly Crosskoff and Amber Cox and Stephanie White, what you're seeing are people who have played a role in downplaying Caitlin Clark as a whole, whether it be her skills or her impact on the league or the game. So the deal is when you say, oh, well, she just needs a male coach to come in here. Well, are we not recognizing the system? Because the problem is you guys are looking at them as though they're weak because they're women. You're looking at them as though they're weak because they're women, but let's break this down. When you look at Kelly Crosskoff, she comes in and she says things like, we want to be like Apple. That whole we want to be like Apple speech got her in a lot of trouble with the fans. Why? Because she's downplaying the fact that the only reason why people are even watching or paying attention to this organization is because of Caitlin Clark. When we come to Amber Cox, she's done the same thing. When it comes to big upping Caitlin Clark, we don't see that from Kelly Crosskoff, nor Amber Cox, nor Stephanie White, who I'm about to get into. Now, here's the thing. I got some questions that I think people need to pay attention to. When we're looking at Stephanie White, what we're seeing are some very similar characteristic traits or things that she does during games that remind us of Christy Sides. And let me name a few of them. The inability to compliment Clark. When somebody asks her, well, what do you think about Clark? Can't say a good thing about her. Throwing Clark under the bus. Physically mishandling Clark, continuing to throw the players under the bus, never accepting accountability, inability to make proper halftime adjustments, playing players out of position, failing to play the best player at the specific time, failing to make adjustments, failing to call timeouts when other teams are going on the run, failing to plan and prepare for tight end game situations, constantly going away from what works. When a player has the hot hand, always doing something other than what all of us with eyeballs saw working. So we got to ask ourselves, why is it that White is doing the exact same things that COURTSIDE did? So here's my deal. We got to understand this is a franchise issue. You guys look at these women as though they're running it, when the truth is, it's not women who's running this. There's a man running this. The franchise that failed to stand up for the star player and, very importantly, the fans who bring the revenue, the Indiana Fever organization. They failed. So when I'm saying the whole organization is failing, Caitlin Clark, they're also failing the fans. When Renee Montgomery came out with her words about we don't need you, the Fever organization should have said, wait a minute, these people bring me millions. Fever organization should have stood up and been saying something. When Charlotte Johnson got on TV and started talking about, well, why does only one person should be on that should be the whole league? The Fever organization should have said something. That Caitlin Clark is their commodity. You don't stand up for your commodity? All of this racial comments investigation at the beginning of the 2025 season. And the Fever is like, well, we're gonna participate with the investigation. Wait a minute. There's nothing that's been proven. And then when it was proven that nothing was said, FIBA organization said nothing. Then you've got these referees that are allowing all of this indiscretion and this abuse of Clark on the court. And you mean the team doesn't step up and say, this is my commodity. She's very important to me. You mean to tell me you don't go to the league and say, listen, I tell you what, if Caitlin Clark's get another breath on her, we're gonna have some problems. If I'm serious about my commodity, there's no way I'm gonna allow it to be abused on the court. Eyes poked out, black eyes. Listen, who's really running this organization? It's a man by the name of Herb Simon, worth $2.4 billion, also owner of the Pacers. These women that you see that you're calling weak, they're exhibiting the same characteristics because they're paid to do so. Why would Amber Cox and Kelly Crosskoff be saying these things and not really showing respect for the woman who's really brought all of these eyeballs to this league? Because they're being paid to do so. But you're going to say to me, well, Diva, well, why would they not want the people to come? Okay, pay attention to this. And I need you to understand something. All right. When the league has commodities, as I talk about, because every player is a commodity. So when you have a player that is black, so-called black, or a woman, or LBGT, you know what I'm talking about? Then that means that you have a triple minority. And what that means is you're going to get paid under the table because the government is going to step in and give you funding when you say, hey, we're uplifting the LBGT community and we're uplifting the black women. And when you talk about, we're uplifting the black society, then what they're going to do is give you funds. This is why you get all this DEI money coming in that nobody knows about. You get all of these other funds coming in this is why they have Nafisa Collier up there with a t-shirt and she's promoting this guy who died because he abused sexually his wife. Well, they're getting money for that. They don't just do that just because. So what happens is you guys don't know. The problem is, yeah, you're bringing them millions, but you're standing in the way of their billions. Not only that, why wouldn't they want you there? Because there's a tax break that you get when you have triple minorities as commodities in your organization. Well, what ends up happening is they don't get those tax write-offs like they used to. You standing in the way of the billions. So here's the issue, all right? And I need to get to my point here. The point here is not that these women are weak and they don't know what to do and they don't know how to tell all the other people that Caitlin Clark is the lead. No, that's not the problem. You got to understand there's a man under this running this. There's not those women running it. They get paid to do what they're doing. And so in understanding that, you can bring another male in, but if he's coming into this system, it is the equivalent of you saying, oh, we got a nasty, dirty, stinking, filthy body, and we just going to change the underwear. Well, it's still going to stink. So if you're really talking about fixing anything, then you've got to change the whole organization. All right, so you can bring a man in here, you can bring a woman, and they can be albion or melanated, they can be HDBG, or they can be heterosexual. It doesn't matter, because the system itself is a garbage cesspool of politics. And until you change that and clean that up, it doesn't matter who you bring in here. It's not going to work. It's still going to stink. I'm done.
Woo! You said a lot there, Diva. You said a lot there. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to put a timer on. You know what I mean? You guys can go over there and vote. And while you guys are going over there to vote, I'm going to get to all the super chats and things like that. And again, a retro of unit chat, can you please put the link in the chat? It's WSW.network. Do you guys get that? WSW.network. I'm going to give you guys a little chance to get over there, and I'm going to start the poll. And if you guys want to stay on that side, you can. Like I said, you don't have to come back and forth. It's streaming over there also. And while I do that, I'm going to get to some of the super chats real quick. All right, the poll is 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes to go over there and vote. 3 minutes to go to WSW.network, scroll down, and you'll see the vote. Vote, you got 3 minutes to do so. And while we're doing that, before we get to the second round, I'm going to read through some of these super chats. And then we're going to go to a little commercial. Kent, Junkie asking the same as I put first. What'd you say, Kent? I didn't remember. I didn't see what you said. He also says Three Stooges, Kelly, Amber, and White. Period. So you want her up out of here too, then, right? You guys want her out of here too, right? They said voted. Good. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's still going. You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to go to here real quick. Let me see.
Get ready for the next battle. Team Lions. Team Hawks. Team Hawks. Sponsored by WSW Network.
Time to change it. Y'all know Pete was supposed to be on here. I didn't have time to change it, man. Y'all bear with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bear with me. I didn't have time to change it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so I'm gonna give you guys a little more time to vote. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them have some pretty good arguments, if I had to say so myself. I'm showing 51 seconds left. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. This all sound good too. Yes, element, that makes it tough. All right. Oh, it's kind of close, man. It's kind of close. It's close over here. It's kind of close. It's kind of close over here. Hey. Diva is team one. Diva is team one. 17 seconds left to vote. 17 seconds left to vote. Can you get the best of both worlds? Let's go. 78-68. 78-68. All right, that round over with, man. That round over with. So Team 1 get 1 bullet, man. Team 1 get 1 bullet. Give me a second, y'all. Hey, like I said, you guys can stay over there. I seen somebody in the chat say they're having problems going back and forth. You can stay over there if you want to. I just appreciate you guys voting. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go to round 2, but round 2 is not going to be 10 minutes. It's going to be, you guys cool with 5 minutes? Y'all cool?
Yes.
Alejandro,
Yeah, I'm
cool?
good. Yeah, that'll work.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on real quick. Let me give y'all a little this real quick. Hey, man, hey, we try to do big things over here, man. We got commercials and everything over here, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Hey, Alejandro, we're going to go on you, man. It's going to be round 2.
All right.
I want you to sum it up. Give me a second. Let me start the timer. Let me start the timer for you, man. And then we're going to go to round 2. Round 2, brother, I want you to really dig in deep. Give me some names of a coach that you want, bro. Like, I know you guys both said a male is not the best option, and you said it most likely is. But give me like some names and why you feel like they would make this team better, bro. And is it just for Caitlin Clark, or is it just you don't like Stephanie White? Hey, in chat, you guys can ask questions too. You know what I mean? We get to those in a second. But let me start the round, brother.
Yep.
Give me a second. All right, man. Round start. It's on you.
Well, first I got to take a little issue with Diva. She brought in a lot of politics into this. So if you're going to go that route, well, shit, you need to fire the commissioner of the NBA because he's the head of the snake when it comes to the owners because they voted his ass to be the head of the NBA, who's the head of the WNBA. He's over the commissioner of the WNBA. So if you're going to fire the commissioner for the WNBA, you got to fire his ass as well because he has literally destroyed the NBA. To me, it's not watchable either. So we're getting into politics and who has destroyed sports. It's those that are running the organizations, right? So you have Adam Silver over on the one side. You have Kathy Engelbert on the women's side. Then you have the owners. And I agree. I definitely want Herb Simon to sell the Indiana Fever. I do not want him to own the women's side of the team. I want that a separate entity. I don't want him having nothing to do with it because I do believe he sold out. So then, with that being said, who would buy the team though? Because with them trying to say that the team is worth $350, $400 million, I don't see somebody trying to say, oh yeah, I want to pay that much money when the team and the organization hasn't built that type of a fan base until last year. So you're talking roughly maybe $100 million, maybe $200 million in face value, but not $500 million, not for real. So then we get into who actually needs to coach the team after we settle the dust about who's actually running the Indiana Fever. So the reason I still stick with a male coach is because I believe that coach would be a lot better suited to be a hard ass and let the players know that their feelings are okay. But at the end of the day, they are professionals and they need to suck it up and play the game. So I'm looking at Mark Few out of Gonzaga. I'm looking at the coach for the Chicago Bulls that just got fired. He was pretty decent. I can't remember his name, and that's going to be frustrating. I'm also looking literally at Coach K from Duke, who retired. I think he would come back for a couple of years to help Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever win a championship. I'm also looking at D'Antonio. I think he would. I think he would be a good coach. Mark Jackson, I seen somebody say. Okay, what about former NBA players? Ray Allen, Larry Bird. You know, those are some good male role models that have played the game. They understand the philosophy of running, of developing a player to be the face of the league. Help her understand that it's okay to be tough and let the players know that what she expects from them. To let her know her voice matters. Because right now with Stephanie Sides, my bad, Stephanie White, being the head coach, she has literally, I don't think any player is putting their input into the team. I think it's only her voice, and she doesn't know how to adjust to the players. She don't know which players belong together on the court and which players definitely do not need to be on the court at the same time. She doesn't use her timeouts correctly. Her attitude when you're watching her on the sidelines, it reminds me of Christy Sides. Arms folded, heavy breathing, walking back to her assistant coaches, mumbling something. But at the end of the day, I wonder what the hell is she doing? I don't see her doing anything. I don't see her make in-game adjustments. I don't see her making timeouts when the other team is making a run, whether it's 5 or 8 points. Why the hell didn't you call a timeout? It doesn't need to be a 19-0 run before you decide to get your head out of your ass and say, hey, something's wrong with my team. What? What are you talking about? So at the end of the day, I think a male coach, pick somebody, pull his name out of a rabbit's ass. I don't care. Just tell me that a man is standing on that sideline who understands the game and understands how to use timeouts, how to sub in correctly, how to stay with the hot hand, and how to understand that the face of the team is Caitlin Clark. Period. That's all I got.
Okay, hey, man, I like that, man. Hey, chat, put some fire emojis in there, you know what I'm saying, if he did his thing. You know what I mean? Let me give me some time to reset the clock. We're going to go Diva, round 2. Just a second. Give me time to reset the clock. You know what I'm saying? Hey, chat, what y'all thinking so far? Any questions for either one of these debaters? We're going to get to that in a minute, though. Diva, it's on you. My bad. Hold on real quick, Diva. Hold on. It's on you. Go ahead.
And I will say that I agree with you about the coaching. That is not good. And everything you mentioned, I listed that earlier. All of the things the things that White does, yeah, I listed those earlier, and so I totally agree with you. But here's my thing. You are just under the assumption that it has to do with a male, which I gotta wonder, because here's the issue with looking at the WNBA. People get the notion that women are weak, or they get the notion that some kind of way women in business act like these women do. And I need to make it clear. You talked about politics. Everything is politics. This whole league is nothing but a political organization. And so you need to understand that. So here's the deal. If you're talking about, once again, bringing in a man, if you don't clear out the system and those politics are still underlying, that man is going to be a Christy Sides with a beard. That's it. He's going to be a Stephanie White with a beard. That's all he's going to be. So here's my other thing about this. When we're talking about Caitlin Clark and how, oh, well, you know, we need a man because a man going to be strong and a man going to put it in the right place. But here's the deal. When you talk about how a man is going to tell everybody that Caitlin Clark is the lead, I need to go into the women that have molded Clark into what she is now. So going back to her elementary school, St. Francis of Assisi Catholic School in West Des Moines, that was Diane Murphy. That's a woman that coached her. Then when she went to high school, Bowling Catholic High School in West Des Moines, that was Kristen Meyer. That's a woman. And then when you're talking about her college, that was Iowa, University of Iowa, that was Lisa Bluter and Jan Jensen. Those were women. And those women were strong enough to tell the rest of the team, hey, this Caitlin Clark team, she's the leader. Hey, we understand, you know she's special. Why are you saying that only a man can do that in the WNBA when all of her life, women were standing in this role and saying, hey, Caitlin Clark is the leader? And everybody respected that. You think that women can't do it just because they're women? I'm trying to understand where this ideology comes from. So when we're talking about good women coaches, I mean, look at Mulkey over there. Kim Mulkey, you got Dawn Staley, or you got Natalie Nakase over there with the Valkyrie. You got Cheryl Reeves, and I'm saying to put her with Cheryl Reeves, what I'm saying is there are a lot of good women coaches who are strong enough to do exactly what you're saying. And I'm telling you again, this has nothing to do with sex or gender. It has to do with the politics that you feel like, oh, we shouldn't be discussing that. But if you don't deal with the politics, then you're just going to have a stinky organization, and she's going to be in the same stinky situation. So when we're talking about male coaches and how strong they are, let's talk about a male coach that Caitlin Clark almost start playing under. And this is Gino Auriemma of UConn. What could you imagine how Clark would play like under his tutelage? Then you want to look at the so-called Clark before Clark, Paige Beckers. Have you noticed how Paige Beckers plays and how indecisive she is, how she disappears in the fourth quarter? She's not, listen, and this is not a knock against Paige, but let's be clear. She does not have the fight in her like Clark has, or what we've seen with Clark. And can you imagine, had she gone to UConn, what she would have become under Gino Auriemma? We wouldn't know Clark, because she wouldn't be playing like she's playing now. She wouldn't be taking logo threes. She wouldn't be taking those passes that are a high percentage likely to get intercepted. She wouldn't be making those passes. So let's be clear here. You're trying to make it out to be, oh, she needs a man now. When a woman, all of her life, it was women that got her to where she is now, that got her to the point where we actually want to watch the game. Don't make it just to be about sex. There's other issues that are going on here.
All right. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Alejandro came with some stuff. Diva came with some stuff. But I'm going to go to the vote now. And then the third round, I think what we're going to do is we're going to let the chat ask a question, unless they want to just sum it all up and bring it home. But let me put this vote up on the screen so you guys can go vote for round 2. Again, it's going to be 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Starting. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me get to it. My bad.
Please get Tom Tide. Tom Tide said I sound like a man hater.
All right. Hey, the poll is on right now. Go over there and vote. WSW.network. Again, you can stay over there if you want to. You don't have to come back and forth. It's live over there. You know what I'm saying? But go over there and vote. You got 3 minutes to vote. Diva is team 1. Alejandro is team 2. They both came with it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see.
Hey, Diva.
Go ahead.
You make me sound like I'm a woman hater, and I'm not. I'm not a woman hater.
It's all good. Hold on,
I love women.
Let me get this super chat real quick. Ken Carson, none. CC needs to walk away. That is a growing. That's growing over here in the CC fan base. You know what I mean? Everybody. Well, that was the last debate. Should she walk away? We might have to do that again.
Alejandro, I'm getting the same. I'm getting the same thing. Oh, she must hate men. I love my brothers. I love men. Absolutely. All right. But I'm just saying, don't listen. Don't. I'm just saying, make sure you show love for the women and respect their power too. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So
Oh,
not a
hey, I got 30-30 on the
Yo,
screen.
no,
It's close. It's
you know the
close.
only one we're gonna agree on is Lisa Bluter.
All right.
okay.
Hey,
That's the only female coach we're gonna agree on because
hey,
the way she molded Caitlin Clark in college was exceptional.
hey. We got a minute 27 left to vote. It's getting close. It's 50-40, man. Make sure y'all put y'all vote in there. Make sure y'all put y'all vote in there. It's close. It's close. Hey, Diva and Alejandro, do you guys want to do questions from the chat for the last round, or do you guys want to sum it up? I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, we can do both, can't we?
Okay, cool. Do you guys want to put a
Yeah.
time limit on that too, or I just want to make sure everybody's equal?
Nah. We go with the questions and then we sum it up whenever you feel like it. I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to make sure it's fair for both of you guys. You know what I mean. I just want to make it fair. You got 51 seconds left to vote. Hey, this is a close one. Oh man, this is a close one. You know what I'm saying? This is a close one. Let me get to some of these comments though while we doing that. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play my commercial one more time. You know what I'm saying? Can I do that? Hey, if you guys didn't know, this Courtside League is sponsored by WSW. Y'all just seen it. Let me see. 4 seconds left. It's done. So we got team 60-56. 60-56, we're going to go to round 3. Going to round 3. And round 3, we're going to take some questions from the chat. You can ask team 1 or team 2. So you got a question for any one of them for either one of these, hit it in the chat. And I'm not even going to start the round for that. I'm just going to take a couple questions and we'll start the round for 3. If y'all want to do that, if that's cool.
That'll work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Give me a second. All right. Chat. Any questions for Alejandro or Diva before we proceed to round 3 when they wrap it up? Any questions? Any questions, chat? I know I've seen a couple questions in here. Any questions?
You have a question?
Oh, you guys want me to give you a question? Hold on.
Either way.
Okay. He said for Alejandro, what are the 3 reasons that a male needs to be the coach instead of a female?
Oh, that's good. I like that question because it comes back to, I guess, just letting them know that their feelings and at the end of the day don't matter. They're professionals. That outside noise, they need to get rid of it. And they've tried last year and this year. They tried to get rid of the outside noise, but I think it's crept in. So I think a male coach would be a little more hard on that. So that's where I come in with that. Then I think letting them understand that the way to play, I understand everybody keeps trying to say physical, but you can also finesse it. And that's what Caitlin Clark does. Is she tries to finesse the hard play that she receives every game. So I think that with a male coach, it would be easier to adapt to that with that type of style. So at the end of the day, it's all about development. Outside of Lisa Bluter as the female coach for Caitlin Clark, I don't see any other female adapting to Caitlin Clark. I think it would take a male coach coming in and who has played that type of game.
Okay. I got you, man. That makes a lot of sense. I got another question in here, and since you answered that one and they didn't say who the question was to, I'm gonna send this question to Diva. Do you think Clark's coming back, and are they using her for revenue?
They're definitely using her for revenue. I do not think she's coming back.
You do not think she's
I wish,
okay.
Diva, I agree with you, and I wish she would come back.
Okay.
Courtside even said it, that it's her job as a professional, if she's healthy, to come back. But at the end of the day, I think she really is done for the season.
All right, we're gonna get to that. Hold on, real quick. Let me get this $10 super chat. He says, "Worth my 10 spot. The players rejected 4 times the offer today. What the f? He's talking about the CBA. I'm assuming. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay, they rejected it. I'm not. We might after the debate, man. We might stay on live and talk about some other topics. That's what you guys want to do. We can get into other things like that. I don't have a problem with that. Let me take one more question for them, and then we can get back to it. Let me see. What was the next question? What he said? Why would Aaliyah boss? Hey, when you ask a question, put who it's for, because I don't know. Put who it's for, so I can direct it to the right person. You know what I'm saying?
Can I rebut something he said about the women and why it should be a woman?
Go ahead.
All right, so I get that, why you feel that it should be a man, rather. And I get that you feel that a male is going to be stronger, but do you really feel that a male can be stronger in a system that is set up already to be against Clark? If this male is coming in under Crosskoff and Cox, who are paid, once again, to dumb down or whatever they're doing concerning Clark or downplay Clark's importance, do you think a male can actually come into this system and do what you're thinking he can do when he has his hands tied? Stephanie White, Christy Sides, they look like people who had their hands tied. I know it seems like Christy Sides seemed incompetent, but you've got Stephanie White over here doing the exact same things that Christy Sides was doing. So I'm saying to you, they're not doing that just because they're incompetent. They're being told to do that. So you think a male can come here and really do something when is a system set up already?
All right, I have a question for Diva. It's that Diva. He says, question for Diva: can a woman coach take accountability and not believe they know more?
A woman could. A woman who is confident in herself, a woman who has respect for others, she can. But yes, a lot of women won't be accountable. A lot of people won't be accountable, male or female. So is that the real question? Somebody asked another question over here.
Where's it at? What question did you see?
The question was,
is Stephanie White a CC hater?
Do I feel different if the replacement coach was not necessarily a male icon? Not to draw this line, but that would be a male. I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought that was a question. But would I feel the difference if the replacement wasn't necessarily a male but an icon? All right. So for example, if it was like everybody keeps saying Cheryl Miller or what is his Larry Bird. All right. Would I feel differently? Yeah, I would feel the same way because it's still the same system. It doesn't matter. There's still, there's still gonna be that issue.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the third round right now. Alejandro, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Diva, you ready?
I'm ready.
You guys want 5 minutes again to wrap it up? Hey, this is your closing round, man. Bring it home. You gotta bring it home. This is your closing argument, man. You know how they do in the courtroom?
Yeah.
The glove don't fit, you must have quit. You remember that was nationwide. You got to come out with something. Hey, that goes to you and to Diva. Let me reset the clock, man. Close it up on this round. You know what I'm saying? 5 minute round. It's on. Hold on, real quick, Alejandro. Let me make sure I got you. Go ahead, man. It's on you, brother.
All right. Well, to sum it up, Diva keeps making the point about who's coached Caitlin Clark. I understand she's had female coaches her whole life, but she keeps missing the main point that it was her dad. Her dad was in her ear a lot. Because I remember watching her in college a lot, and her dad kept telling her, quit crying at the referees. Quit crying about no calls in the game. Quit getting an attitude about no calls in the game. Lisa Bluter was probably telling her the same thing. The other players on her team were telling her the same thing. So now she's in the WNBA. She's a pro. And I don't see nobody telling her that. I don't see nobody on the sideline saying, hey, Caitlin, you're better than these referees who are cheating the hell out of you on the court. We know you're not getting the calls. Play above them. Play better than them. Take your team to another level so that you can eliminate the no calls that are coming your way. Stephanie White is not the answer. We know Christy Sides definitely wasn't the answer. So now we need an answer to help her figure out how to make her team play above the bull when it comes to the organization, when it comes to the outside noise, when it comes to the players on her own team, when it comes to the referees. I'm looking at it like, I feel like, for real, there's only one coach at the end of the day that I think could make her do that, and that's Coach K out of Duke. I think him being her coach for 2 to 3 years would make her even better than she already is. And we all know she's great. And to take that next step to be the killer, I think Coach K is the answer. That's all I got.
Okay, hey man, salute to you, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to give me some applauding noises coming soon, you know what I mean, or something like that, man. I'm gonna have to get something like that, bro. I should play the cheerleaders right now just to give you a salute, you know what I mean? But let me reset the clock, and then Diva, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Chat, what do you guys think so far? You know what I'm saying? Chat. Diva, once it start, you can go.
All right, let me know.
It's already going, but you know what I mean, on my end it's already going.
So here's the question. The question is a male coach the best option for Caitlin Clark? Now, if Clark leaves, the question is, if Clark leaves, everybody has been said, oh, well, she needs to go to the New York Liberty. Or here's the thing, and I've been saying this from the beginning, this whole organization is a problem. The whole WNBA, not just Fever, but all of the WNBA, they've all been playing against her. And so for me, I've said this before and I'll say it again, she needs to leave the whole league. All right, so now it's only fair to ask me though, since I'm saying a male coach is not the best option, who would I choose? Now, if I had, again, the choice of anybody, I would maybe look at, for example, maybe a Natalie Nakase. Because Natalie likes to play the way Clark likes to play. I might also look at Jan Jensen and her whole team. One of the reasons why Lisa Bluter wouldn't want to take the position is because she had a system. When we're talking about who reared Caitlin Clark and who helped to smooth out those rough edges, that had to do with Jan Jensen. They knew Clark was going to be an issue when she came in, and they prepared themselves. And they made sure they gave her counseling that she needed. It's like, okay, look, now we got your people helping you on the court. Let's deal with what you're doing off the court. Let's deal with how you are being perceived by your teammates. Jan Jensen was a big part of that, making sure she had that counseling underneath her. So if for me, I had to, I've got all the money, I got the millions that I need, I'm bringing in Jan. I'm also going to make sure we also take Clark to her own stadium. She's got her own referees, her own house, because at this point, If she wants to play against WNBA teams, she can still do that. But she's going to do it in her own house. She's going to do it with her referees that are going to protect everybody on the court, not just one person. And she's going to do it where she's making the money, and she can decide, okay, all you women players, y'all get this much, and then everybody else gets what she says. So again, those are my two choices. I would say right now, just looking at it from here, if I had a choice, I'm going after Jen and her whole team. And then if not, somebody like Natalie or someone else who's proven themselves, and it can be a male. I don't really have an issue with males. I have an issue with the system. And it doesn't matter who you put in that system. It's not going to work because it is a cesspool. I'm done.
All right, man. Hey, y'all summed it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the final vote. The vote is going to be over in the comments. WSW.network. Give me a second to start the poll, and I'll let you guys know when. And while we're doing that, I'm going to take some questions from the chat if they want to answer them. Let me see. You got 3 minutes. Starting now. You got 3 minutes to go vote. WSW.network. Scroll down. The vote is at the bottom. You don't have to come back and forth. You can watch it over there if you don't want to go back and forth to YouTube. I know some of you guys are watching on your iPad or your TV or your cell phone. You don't want to go back and forth. You can watch it over there. You got 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. But let me get to some of these comments in the comment section, and we get right back to it. Paul says, will CC fans start to turn on her for not announcing sitting out the season when tickets were purchased, etc.? Anyone of you guys want to take on that question?
I think they should.
No, they don't. They won't turn against her. They'll be pissed off at the organization because they didn't allow Caitlin Clark to announce in front of the media that she was done, that she had a season-ending injury.
Yeah.
Okay, Diva, what you think, Diva?
Yeah, I think they will definitely be upset, and they should be upset. Personally, again, I put a lot of this on Clark, and I know people don't like that, but Clark has to stand up, and her fans are the ones who've been there for her. They've been there. You guys out there, y'all, I told you, you are the money. You are the one. You're the wind beneath Caitlin Clark's wings, all of y'all, and the fact that there's no one standing up for you or respecting you, you've been disrespected and labeled, and it's to me, you should be upset. So I don't think they're going to take it out on Clark, but definitely they should be saying something to the owners, because the owners already know. But they've got to keep up this good front. They've got to keep up a good front because they want to keep the money coming in. All right?
Okay.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Let me see if we got another question. Let me get to some of you guys in the chat. Hey, in chat. What's that?
Import AI had a question.
How far is it down? What you say, import? Just read it if you see it, Diva. I don't see it.
Import says, do you think a male coach would be more capable to criticize, develop female players because he'd be seen less as a friend, big sister, or peer? Women can criticize too. And the thing about the way women criticize, if you really get an intelligent woman, she will criticize you in such a way that you don't take it to heart. It's almost you feel good about the way it's being said. Not that I'm saying men can't do that, but I get what you're saying, that he's just going to be strong about it and criticize. But women can do that too, and they can do that in a different way. So what do I think a male coach would be more capable to criticize? A woman can criticize. Clark has been criticized her whole career. That's the only reason why she's so good in front of the media. Nobody is as good in front of the media that I've seen in the WNBA than Caitlin Clark. And that's because she's been criticized. Somebody made her look in the mirror. Somebody told her, hey, look at your behavior. You got to be accountable. Somebody held her accountable. That's why she doesn't go off in the media like all these other people who have been. They might have played for male coaches too, but women can criticize. And the way they criticize it's not going to make you feel like you're less than. But men can do it too. So it doesn't matter. You all making it about gender. It's not about gender. It's about the system. But thank you for the question, Import.
Okay. All right. Hey, well, hey, you guys done. Some people said it was WSW.network. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. You guys say you didn't have time enough to vote. All right, I'll leave it up there for another minute. For a WSW.network. They said Diva, great answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave it up there for like another minute. It's close, man. 64-60. This is close, man. This is
Hey,
close.
can I say something to Alejandro?
Go ahead.
Alejandro, you were
Yeah, go ahead.
You were wonderful. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, I agree with you, Diva. I've been loving this conversation because it's making me think about who would be the best option for Caitlin Clark, whether it's male or female. At the end of the day, I just want a coach that understands her, that's willing to fight for her, that's willing to get a technical at the end of the day when she sees the referees cheating and not making the correct calls in the game. When and not just for Caitlin, but it's the whole Indiana Fever team. It's Aaliyah Boston getting pushed or elbowed in the head, or it's Sophie Cunningham getting pushed, or Lexi Hull getting ran over, and it's an offensive foul when we all know she was set in place, and that was all an obvious call that offensively it should have been on the other player. I want that type of a coach, one who's willing to go ahead and get a fine and say, look, you can fine me all you want, but until, like you said, change the system, we're at a loss. Because I definitely do not believe Stephanie White is the answer. I don't.
I agree. I totally agree.
Hey, man, y'all was up here cooking, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I wasn't in here because I'd have cooked both of y'all. But hey, I appreciate both of y'all. I appreciate, hey, I'm just saying, hey, listen, you know, I had to throw a little jokey joke in there. Hey, but the poll just ended, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Diva got 74, Team 2 got 60. But Alejandro was cooking up here. Hey, Alejandro, brother, I want to say thank you, man, for coming up here. You was a lifesaver, bro. I had somebody that had to go for emergency reasons, and bro, you stepped up, brother. I want to appreciate you for doing that, man. And matter of fact, hey, email me, bro. I'm gonna send you something, man. Email me. I'm gonna send you something for doing that tonight, because you didn't have to, brother. And everybody else, if you want to be a part of the next debate, go to WSW.network, scroll down and hit join Courtside League. You'll get an email when you sign up, you know what I'm saying, welcoming you and all that stuff and giving you guys some more information, you know what I'm saying. But I want to salute Diva and Alejandro.